Oh, yeah. Is it Tuesday already? Wow, it is time for episode 3 of The Acolyte. In just a few short 7-ish hours is the third episode of The Acolyte, but we got to predict it. We got a lot to get into today, from Star Wars Outlaw trailer to, of course, this Acolyte episode. So let's dive into all of it. What's up, guys? It's Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars. We got a lot to get into today. Predictions for this third episode of The Acolyte are running wild, as I think we're definitely going to be seeing some of those flashbacks to Brendock tonight, which is absolutely amazing because we're finally going to get answers to all these unanswered questions from the first 2 episodes and, of course, all the trailers. But, of course, throw in all your craziest predictions in the chat right now because we're going to dive into all of it. Do we think Kelnacca is going to die tonight, or will they save that for episode 4? Are we going to get the flashbacks tonight, or are they saving that for later down in the season? What's going down tonight in episode 3 of The Acolyte? I almost just called it the Bad Batch, but I caught myself. The Acolyte. What's up, everybody? Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Let's do it. Hang on, let me open up the chat so I can see what you guys are talking about. Okay, let's say hi to everybody. Skywalker Academy, what is up? Mr. Beckham in the house. Howl Runner Base, how we doing? Mando United, what's up? Chris, how we doing? Jedi Hangout, what is up? Sunny, what's up? Ryan, how we doing? Jack, what's up? Kit Fisto, what is up? Stingray, how we doing? Hodga, what's up? I think if I said that incorrectly, I apologize. Cole, Rita in the house. John Groom, what's up? Brandon, how we doing? B-Man, what's up? Soul in the house. J1DRZ. Abby, how we doing? Is that everybody? Did I hit everybody? Did I miss everybody? TJ, what's up? Tiffany, how we doing? Cody, what's up? Neil, how we doing?
Hello there.
All right, if I missed you, I apologize. Zap, what's up? Okay, I tried to say hi to everybody, but let's talk about The Acolyte, okay? So we came off the first 2 episodes, and everybody was a little bit, mixed, I guess, for lack of a better word. I mean, the Star Wars fandom for the last 6 days or 7 days even has been extremely divided. Wars in the comment sections on X, formerly known as Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram. It's just been an all-out civil war. People saying that this is a great show and that everybody's great, everybody's doing great. People saying that this is not Star Wars, this is not my Star Wars. If you like this, then you're like, insane war going on in the Star Wars fandom. But as you guys know, around here, we like to keep it very civil. We can disagree, but we got to keep it civil. So let's try to keep it civil in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Okay. Got to get up at 4 a.m. to watch it. That stinks. But for me, it's great because it's 9 p.m. and that's just like perfection. Yeah, perfection. Smash a freaking like if you have not yet, but let's dive into some of these predictions. I want to start out with one of the biggest ones, and I'm going to end this poll that just says smash a like on the stream. And if you haven't, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Okay, I want to start off with a poll. And this poll says, do you think Kelnacca dies tonight? Do you think Kelnacca, the Wookiee Jedi, is going to die tonight? Now, you might be saying, Mike, Kelnacca just got introduced last week. We got one scene with him at the end of episode 2 last week. That's it. Why would they kill him off so quickly? To that I say, Master Indara. They brought in Carrie-Anne Moss, one of the biggest actresses in Hollywood ever, and killed her off in the first scene. The very first scene. Now, we're going to be seeing more of Kelnacca and more of Carrie-Anne Moss's Master Indara character in these flashbacks, which might be tonight as well. So we might be getting a lot of Kelnacca and Master Indara in tonight's episode. But it's also possible that May and Kymir, who are currently on their way to Kofar to kill Kelnacca, that could happen tonight. That might happen tonight. So I'm going to leave that poll up there for a little bit and see where you guys are at. See if you guys think Kelnacca's a goner or not. And right off the bat, by the way, it's already 70% of you say yes, he will die tonight. The Wookiee Jedi dies tonight. But we'll see. It's flashback time, baby. I think it is flashback time. I think tonight will be flashback time, that's for sure. Damn, there's ice in my water. Not a fan. It usually melts by now. Okay. Star Wars Bros, what's up? Kelnacca will not die. He be king, what's up? How we doing? Mando says, we won't know until episode 4. Okay, interesting. So there's a possibility that we're going to be seeing flashbacks tonight of what happened on Brendock 16 years ago. So the first 2 episodes showed us a lot of information, introduced us to all these brand new cast of characters. But the biggest mystery was what happened on Brendock 16 years ago. According to Master Soul and Osha, they claimed to have seen May burn down this witch's coven, murder killing her entire family, and they both claim to have seen May die with their own 2 eyes. May, on the other hand, seems to have thought that Osha has been dead this entire time too. So what happened on Brendock? That's the biggest question. Why does May think that the Jedi are the ones who caused the fire and killed all of her family, and now she's out for revenge by murdering these Jedi? And why do the Jedi, Osha and Soul, think that May was the one who started the fires and murdered her entire family? That's going to be the biggest question that's hopefully going to be answered tonight, which is kind of exciting. But let's talk about this, okay? Jedi on Brendock. Whoops. Jedi on... That's not one. Hang on. Jedi on Brendock. There it is. So this is probably the biggest scene from the trailer that needs to be answered, and I think it will be tonight. And that is... Well, hang on. You guys can't see that, can you? You can't see that. Wouldn't that be helpful? Okay, that's better. This scene right here. This is obviously a flashback. As you can tell, Master Soul looks a lot younger. He's got shorter hair. Indara looks a little bit younger. She's got a different haircut too. And Torben over there looks a lot younger from where we saw him die in episode 2. But this is a flashback. You see witches behind them over there. You can see the side of Mother Anisea's head right here. And these 4 Jedi are the ones that May is hunting down and murdering. Torben, already dead. He poisoned himself because he clearly felt bad about whatever happened at this place. Indara, who died in the opening scene of episode 1, called it. And then Soul and Kelnacca. And Kelnacca seems to be next on the hit list as he's hiding on Kofar. So the biggest thing that came out of the first 2 episodes is Torben killing himself. He wakes up from his 10-year meditation after not talking to anybody for 10 whole years, and he tells May that he's been waiting for her. And he claims that the Jedi thought they were doing the right thing at the time. That means now he thinks that they didn't do the right thing, so what the hell did they do? What happened? Did the Jedi really kill all these witches? Did the Jedi really kill all these witches? I don't know, chat, you tell me. Something weird's going to go down here. Maybe from one perspective that the Jedi killed the witches. Maybe that's May's perspective. And maybe from the Jedi's perspective, somebody else killed the witches. I don't know. But tell me what you think in the chat. Who killed the witches? All right, hang on. We do have a Star Wars Outlaws trailer to watch. And I know Star Wars Outlaws is a completely different topic from the Acolyte. And I want to know, how should we do this? Should we wait till the end of the stream and go over Star Wars Outlaws there and just talk Acolyte for now? Acolyte predictions now? Or do you guys want to get done with the Star Wars Outlaws stuff first and then move on to the Acolyte for the rest of the stream? What do we want to do? Because there's a lot to get into for both sort of topics, but what do you guys think? What do we think? My name is pronounced Dodger. Practice I Dodger, then I Dodger. Okay, cool. Thanks. I Dodger. I'll try to remember that. Boom. It's locked in my brain. Boom. Got it. I'll never get it wrong again. Brady Dunn, what's up, says he could just die at the end of tonight's episode. I think that's what's going to happen. I think tonight's sort of cliffhanger ending is going to be Kelnacca's death. I think a lot of tonight's episode is going to be flashbacks. And the flashbacks are going to tell us what happened on Brendock. But that's going to lead us to see Kelnacca versus Soul, Kelnacca versus Torben, and then we're going to get to see why Kelnacca's hiding in the forest without Jedi robes on. He probably left the Jedi Order. And then in current day, we're most likely going to see May and Kymir go to kill Kelnacca, leaving us with this massive cliffhanger till next week for episode 4. By the way, tonight's runtime, as it's been leaked, so to speak, is about 42 minutes. That puts us at the longest episode so far in this show, but 42 minutes. That's supposed to be without credits, so I'd guess around 45, 46 minutes total. But that's tonight's runtime, supposedly. Again, take that with a giant grain of salt because it could be wrong, but that's what we're hearing in the back end. It's about 45 minutes. Yeah. Jack says, I don't want Kelnacca to die, but I do think that he will be seriously injured, and then Jeki gets his lightsaber in the fight. That's a possibility. Now, the reason I think that Kelnacca will die, and that's why I put the poll up there, is because of the latest trailer. We see Jeki using Kelnacca's lightsaber to fight against this mysterious masked Sith Lord that we've dubbed Darth Zipperface. So Darth Zipperface versus Jeki, where Jeki's holding 2 lightsabers, and one of them just happens to be Kelnacca's, doesn't look too good for our Wookiee Jedi. If I'm being completely honest, it does not look very good. No, it doesn't. But, hey, maybe you're right. Maybe he just got injured and Jeki picks up his lightsaber. Or maybe he just got knocked out and Jeki picks up his lightsaber. There's some other possibilities, but right now I think it's most likely the case that he's gonna die. That's just me. That's just me. Oh, Sonny with a very, very generous $5 holla. God damn! I appreciate it quite a bit. It says, I'm so excited. My Star Wars Oreo cookies have arrived. I got both the light side and the dark. I think all Jedi either die. Wait, you think all Jedi are going to die except for Soul? Interesting. You think all of the Jedi that are in the forest with this Darth Zipperface are all going to die except for Master Soul? You understand that means Kelnacca, which isn't that really big a deal, but that also means Yord and Jeki. Soul's apprentice Jeki and Yord, who have become sort of 2 main characters of this entire show here. That's an interesting one. But that's awesome about the Oreo cookies. I didn't order them. I completely forgot, honestly, to get those. But are they like in the stores now or something? Might have to go pick them up. That's awesome. I appreciate it, Sonny. I really, really do. Okay, where was I? Trent, what's up? Imagine if the series sees a Jedi die in every episode. I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility for at least the first 4 episodes. At least the first half of the series could have a Jedi die in every episode. Indara dies in episode 1. Torben dies in episode 2. If Kelnacca dies tonight, it's most likely the case that episode 4 is going to have this battle in the forest between the 8 Jedi and Darth Zipperface. And I'm going to assume that even if Zipperface loses, he's going to take out at least 1 Jedi. At least 1. At least. So, yeah, you might be 4 for 4. We might be 4 for 4. And we could be going into the back half of the show with 4 dead Jedi. 1 every episode. That would be wild. That would be insane. Then you might as well just keep the streak going, you know? Star Wars Bro says, no, Mike, don't jinx it. I'll be blaming you if Kelnacca dies. Okay, you can blame me. But they wrote and directed and edited this show months ago. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the one who thinks that Kelnacca's going to die. I'm not the one who made him die. I'm not the one who created the character and killed him off. That wasn't me. Don't shoot the messenger. But I'll take the blame. If I need to, I'll take the blame. Jedi Hangout says, I am suspecting there will be multiple flashback scenes throughout this season. Interesting. I actually disagree. I don't think there will be. I think it's all going to be 1 episode of just straight flashbacks, and that's going to be tonight's episode. I don't think they'll go the route of having flashbacks like every episode or even multiple episodes because of one reason and one reason only, and that is the Book of Boba Fett. The Book of Boba Fett, the first 4 or 5-ish episodes, all sort of pertain to flashbacks. It's what happened to Boba Fett between the time of going into the Sarlacc pit in Return of the Jedi and then when we see him in The Mandalorian Season 2. And all those flashbacks kind of take you away from the current day story, or at least the flashbacks are more important than the current day story. And it felt a little off. And I think they probably learned their lesson from the Book of Boba Fett to not do that again. And I think we're going to see all the flashbacks that we're going to see in tonight's episode. We're going to find out what happened to Brendock, find out what's going on with Mother Anisea, and then we'll probably get some clarification on what's going down with May and Osha. There have been rumors going around that this episode tonight is going to anger a lot of fans. Some sort of force ability, or not force ability, some sort of... All right, let me put it this way. From what I've heard, and I don't know if it's true or not, but from what I have heard, we are going to get an explanation as to how May and Osha have this strong connection in the Force. So in episode 2, was it? 1, maybe? 1 or 2? When Osha sees this whole Force vision of going back to Brendock, seeing the young girl, creepy girl version of May, there's going to be some explanation to the connection between the twins. And twins in Star Wars have always sort of had this weird connection type thing with Luke and Leia, especially in the original trilogy. But I think they're going to explore that a little bit more. And the reason that this might anger fans is because these twins are going to be created just like Anakin was. Anakin doesn't have a father. Shmi Skywalker explains this in The Phantom Menace, that there was no father. He was an immaculate conception, so to speak. And these twins might be the same deal. And that might anger a lot of fans. I can already tell it's going to, but what do you guys think? If these two twins are just like Anakin, created maybe by the Force itself, would that be an issue? Osha and May are a Force dyad? No, I don't think so. Force dyads are very hard to come upon, and I don't think that's what's going on here. No. Alex, what's up? What's up? That'd be dope, though. Not at all. Interesting. Interesting. So here's how I kind of see this. It would make sense that the Force would create the two of them because one's dark side and one's light. It's almost like the balance between the Force. When they created Anakin, he's created as the chosen one, and he becomes the balance of the Force. 22 years on the light side, 22 years in the dark. That's sort of a different story completely. He's the chosen one. He's always going to remain the chosen one forever. I mean, already that has some argument to it with Luke Skywalker possibly being the chosen one and blah, 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 blah. But with Osha and May, it's a little bit different because they're both twins. One's born to become a dark side user, one's born to become a light side user, and it's sort of the balance between the two of them. And that I kind of like. That's an idea that I'd love to explore a little bit. Yeah. Yes, you think they all die except for Soul? Interesting. You can order them from Walmart? Okay, cool. I might have to go to Walmart after this and go get some Oreos. Might have to go do that. Anakin is still the chosen one. Yeah, no, Anakin's always going to be the chosen one. That's for sure. I like that theory. Interesting. Is that the Star Wars Santa in the chat? What's up, Star Wars Santa? Says hello there, or hey there. I just quoted your video in my prediction stream today. You just quoted my video from what? Is this the Star Wars Santa? I think it is. Well, I appreciate it, Santa. I really, really do. I'm a professional Santa Claus in Central Ohio. That's funny. I'll have to go check that out then. Okay, where was I? John Groom says, there's a theory that either May or Osha did die, and the surviving twin has a sort of Fight Club alter ego thing going on that would explain some timeline discrepancies in the show. So you're saying that either May or Osha is dead? That can't work. We've seen the both of them on the screen at the same time, no? Yeah, we have. They literally came face to face at the end of episode 2. That doesn't make any sense. How is that possible? That doesn't make no sense. They can't both be dead. Master Soul goes from talking to Osha to fighting May in the next scene. Then after that, we see Osha and May on the same screen. How can one be dead? That makes no sense. Is Chopper on? No, he's not. Do you want me to turn Chopper on? Chopper, wake up. The crowd wants you. I know. You've been asleep for a while. Okay. Where was I? Torben got the broccoli cut? Yeah, he does. Indeed, he does. I miss when Star Wars didn't have to rely on flashbacks. It's not that they have to rely on flashbacks, because this show could have started 16 years ago on Brendock, but it's something that needs to be explained, so flashbacks are necessary. It's not that you need flashbacks. Oh, I mean, you do need them in this scenario, but they could have gone about it a different way. They could have shown us that first and then avoided flashbacks at all. That could have been the opening scene of the show. But I think it's actually more interesting to have the show have this mystery about it for at least 2 episodes and then explain it in the next one. There's nothing wrong with flashbacks. I mean, if you really think about it, the entire prequel trilogy is just one big flashback. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. The plot seems to be the definition of there's 3 versions of a story. Mine, yours, and the truth. That could be the scenario here. Like, May sees one way, the Jedi / Soul and Osha see a different way, but there's only one truth. Something happened on Brendock 16 years ago, and us, as the audience, are going to see what really happened tonight in like 6.5 hours. Yeah. Jack says, I think it's the witches who did it and blamed the Jedi for taking their own. So you think the witches killed themselves and then blamed the Jedi for it? That doesn't seem right. From what I gather, these witches, and again, we haven't even met them yet, but from the interview that we read a few weeks ago about Jodie Turner-Smith, who's playing Mother Anisea, she said that the Jedi fear these witches because of the power that they hold. First of all, fear is the pathway to the dark side. We know that. So the Jedi fearing anybody is a big issue. But 16 years ago, they feared these witches. Now these witches are gone. It seems like the easy line to draw in the sand is that the Jedi took out the witches. Maybe they posed a problem. Maybe they posed a threat that the Jedi had to take out. Or maybe they were just minding their own business and the Jedi still saw them as a threat and took them out. That'll all be explained, hopefully, tonight. But we'll see. They probably fought the witches. Again, we don't see any evidence of that in the trailers. Nobody's fighting any witches. Actually, on the contrary, the Jedi are fighting themselves. Torben is fighting Kelnacca. Kelnacca is fighting Soul. It's a whole big war. We don't really know what's going on. Let's go. Actually, let me pull up that trailer. No, that was. Which trailer was it? There's so many trailers now that it's almost impossible to remember what trailer happened in what. I think it's this one. I think it's this one.
Are being murdered.
I didn't do it. Please believe me.
There it is. So we got Kelnacca fighting Soul. And this is where the witch's home is, as you can tell by the background. This is where the witches are. This is the flashback that we're going to be getting tonight. So that's Master Soul, as you can tell by the blue lightsaber here, and the bowl cut that he has in the flashbacks. But for some reason, Kelnacca's fighting against him. And in other trailers, we see him fighting against Torben. Actually, it might be this trailer. Oh, yeah. Right here. This is Master Torben, who we see has all these scratches on his face by the time of episode 2. And here he's getting his face sort of squished by a Wookiee hand, and his face has been scratched up by Wookiee claws. It's not looking too good for our Jedi here. They're fighting against each other in the flashbacks. What is going on? Now, you might be saying the witches maybe took over Kelnacca's brain, or the witches took over Soul's brain. And it's a possibility. The witches have very strong powers with magic. We've seen this in Star Wars Rebels. Remember in Star Wars Rebels, give me a 1 into the chat if you know what I'm talking about here. In Star Wars Rebels, when Kanan and Sabine go looking for Ezra, right? And they go to Dothamir because he went off there with Maul. And I believe Sabine, like the witches go inside of Sabine and she becomes possessed by the witches. You guys remember that? Yeah? What if something similar to that is happening here? The witches use their magic to kind of possess either Kelnacca or even the other Jedi, or all the Jedi at the same time, and make them fight each other. That's a possibility. I mean, we've seen it happen before in Rebels. Kelnacca is possessed. Why do you think he's attacking Soul and Torben? It might not be Kelnacca, though, because in one of the trailers, we see Torben's eyes go black, like roll in the back of his head, and then they go black like he's being possessed by witch's magic. That's 100% going to happen. It does seem that way. Why else would the Jedi be fighting each other in these flashback scenes, as you can tell there and you can tell here? Oh, whoop. Here. Both Sabine and Kanan, did they both get possessed by the witches? I don't really remember what happened in that scene, honestly. I just remember the scene itself. Yeah. Maybe. Nestor, what's up? I do kind of hate that we have to even consider witches and zombies in live-action Star Wars. Well, they're not zombies. Oh, you're talking about Ahsoka with the stormtrooper zombies? Again, not zombies. They're just stormtroopers that are being controlled by witches' magic. Yeah. Force wasn't magic enough. It's the witches' version of using the Force. It's sort of a new way of using the Force type deal. I mean, the witches have been around since 2008, since the Clone Wars was introduced, so they've been around for quite a while. But it's only now that they've sort of been introduced into live action with Ahsoka last year, and now we're going to get some more in tonight's episode. My question to you guys is, since we know for a fact, because Osha and May's last name is Anisea, they grew up with the witches. So my question to you guys is, will May and Osha be able to use magic? Witches magic? Or are they just going to just be able to kind of just use the Force? They've been around since 2003. Really? Were they in the... I don't remember them being in... Well, I guess because of Asajj Ventress, you're saying? I don't remember the Night Sisters being in the original Clone Wars. Jar Jar, I mean Yord, is annoying, right? So his demise would be a memorable one. I don't know if Yord's going to die. I feel like his character is a big and important one, but that would mean something. They were introduced in Star Wars Galaxies. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Yeah. That makes more sense. But what do you guys think? Are Osha and May going to be able to wield Night Sister magic? Shut up, Chopper. I'm trying to freaking host a show here. This is what you get for turning him on. I blame you guys. I blame you. I'm turning him off. Okay. Where was I? Are Osha and May going to just start wielding some magic here? What's going to go on with that? Like, are their hands going to start glowing green and start using some crazy magic stuff? I don't know. You guys tell me. I think it's the witches. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. The twins are Jedi mind-tricked to believe that the other one is dead, to keep them separate. Hence, the twin detail was missed from the Jedi files on Osha. Hang on. Let me reread that for a second. The twins were Jedi mind-tricked to believe the other was dead, to keep them separated. Hence, the twin detail was missed from the Jedi files on Osha. Does that mean Soul was mind tricked to forget about the twin too? Because he thinks that May died too. Or is Soul really not somebody who should be trusted? That'd be a crazy twist. I don't know. Sounds a little crazy. Sounds a little bit crazy. Outlaws after. Do Outlaws now? Interesting. We'll do Outlaws after because we're just so deep into the Acolyte already. Yeah, for sure. Christmas says, Star Wars is literally burning witches at the stakes. Zombies, pronouns in the Force is literally female now. Oh my God. What? What are you talking about? Cole Rita says, that would be cool, but May didn't stay behind and fly the speeder away at the same time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were on the screen at the same time, so how can they be both not alive? Mike, don't let your feelings cloud your judgment. Do the Outlaws now. It's too late now. I'm too deep. I'm too deep in with the Acolyte news and predictions. It's too deep now. I think Vanestra is using her light whip today. Oh, do I think she is? I don't know. Do you guys think that Vanestra Rose is going to be using her light whip today? I actually don't think so. Because she uses it in the daytime in the forest. And maybe it's not the same forest, but she does use it in the daytime. So and she's still on Coruscant, so it wouldn't really make sense. I don't think we're going to be seeing that light whip until maybe like episode 5, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Smilo Ren. Smilo Ren is good. I like Darth Zipperface, but Smilo Ren is pretty good, I must say. Yeah. I want tonight to have an ending with Jedi versus Zipperface. No, I don't think the fight between Zipperface and the 8 Jedi is happening until episode 4 at least. Maybe even episode 5, but I think it's probably going to happen in episode 4. Yeah. Yeah. Again, just doesn't make sense at all. Alex says, did you hear about the lesbian witches? Guys, here's the thing. If you don't understand, then don't talk about it. The witches have always been female since the beginning of their introduction, since 2008 in the Clone Wars. This is no new information. It's been over 16 years since their introduction, and nothing has changed except for the stupidity of the audience. That's it. Yord is definitely going down. Really? You guys think Yord is going down in that fight in the forest? That sounds crazy to me. That sounds crazy to me. He's too good. He's too Jar Jar to die. Jar Jar would never die. Thanks, Soul. I appreciate it. Plo Koon. Plo Koon's an interesting one. Because we believe, or I believe, I should say, I shouldn't talk for you guys, but I believe that Plo Koon is in that forest fighting against Darth Zipperface. I do. I absolutely do. I don't think he's going to die, obviously. He's in the freaking prequel trilogy. Tell me in the chat. Give me a 1 into the chat if you think Plo Koon is in that forest. And give me a 2 if you're like, it's not Plo Koon, Mike. You're an idiot. What do we think? 1 is yes. 2 is no. Is Plo Koon in that forest with Darth Zipperface? Yes or no? We're answering it now. I gots to know. I see a lot of 1s. I see some 2s. 1.5. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? It's definitely him. I agree. I agree. I don't know. We'll see, but I really hope it is. Yeah. I really hope it is. We shall see. John Groom says, when the ship Osha is on crashes, she is strapped into the chair. The next time you see her, she's laying unconscious on the floor. And then she wakes up like she's in a different place. Why again? John, I think we just clicked here. We just clicked, okay? I think I understand what you're trying to tell me. I think I compute, okay? So what you're telling me, what you are telling me is that Osha and May are the same character. Now, again, I still don't think this is right, but I understand what you're saying, okay? So let's talk about it. In the opening scene, we see May, Murder Master Indara. Then, after the opening credits, we see Osha jolt awake as she's a mech tech on the Nemoidian's cruiser. She jolts awake and she's like, hold up, wait a second, just had a crazy dream. I just murdered a Jedi. She doesn't say that, but she wakes up very drastically, even though she's very calm when she wakes up. She's like, okay, back to my regular day. So you're saying that these two characters are the same. And the only way that May and Osha, they're on the same screen at the same time, though. But let me keep going. Let me keep going just to play devil's advocate here. When Osha crashes, she's strapped into a chair. Now, maybe her strap just came off. Who knows? But she wakes up laying on the ground, again, shocked when she wakes up. In between that sequence, we see May go kill Torben, or we see May go to Hawk 2, or whatever that planet is, something like that. I think I understand where you're going, okay? I think I get it with this whole they're not both alive type deal. But I just don't think it's true. I still don't think it's true because they're on the same screen at the same freaking time. And yes, guys, I have ears. Crazy, I know, right? Sorry. It just kind of hit me like a brick wall, what John was trying to convey to me. And I appreciate it. I just checked, and the Oreos are in the stores now. Okay, guys, go get your Oreos. Go get your Star Wars Oreos. That's sick. Brady Dunn says, May will probably escape the Jedi, and Osha from the last couple weeks, last week's episodes, hang on. May will probably escape the Jedi, and Osha from last week's episode, and then head to kill Kelnacca since she talked to Chimera about the Wookiee. Yeah, no, I think they're definitely on their way to go kill Kelnacca. That's for sure. I just think tonight's episode is mostly going to be about the flashbacks of Brendock. Yeah. Can we get some freaking likes in this stream? Can we get some freaking likes on this stream? Are you kidding me? I appreciate it. Remember just how much time we wasted on our Snoke theories year over year? Yes, I do, matter of fact, and that is a bummer. But here's the thing. I'm ready to be heard again. We talked about how last year we had the Marrok. We've been Marrocked. When Marrok in the Ahsoka show, we were like, it's Starkiller, it's Barriss Offee, it's this, it's that, it's somebody. And it was nobody. It was literally green smoke. Hilarious. Then the Bad Batch rolls around and we're like, oh my God, clone assassin, let's go. And guess what? We were Marrocked. Yet again, it wasn't Cody. It wasn't Tech. It was nobody. So now we have another masked Sith Lord here today named Darth Zipperface, as far as we know. Fearless, what's up? And am I ready to be Marrocked again? I gotta say I am. I think I just might be. I think it's been a good month and a half since I've been Marrocked, and I'm ready. I'm ready to be heard again. I am. So will I ever stop? No. You put a masked character in front of me, I'm gonna speculate. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna have my whiteboards off screen, just going, scribbling all over the place. I'm gonna go crazy trying to predict who it is. So yes, I remember speculating about who Snoke might be for years and years, and then it literally meaning nothing. And I also remember speculating about Marrok, and Marrok, who he might be, and the clone assassin from the Bad Batch, and he who might be. Who he might be. And I'm ready to be heard again. I'm ready to be heard again. And it's not like I'm sitting here. This Darth Zipperface is a little bit different. He's not a Marrok situation because we're not sitting here going, Darth Zipperface is probably Palpatine or whatever, something stupid. We know he's probably most likely nobody. That makes the most sense. But it is interesting. It is interesting because we've been Marrocked twice over the last 12 months, and now we got a Zipperface in front of our faces, and it's kind of hard not to go crazy about it. It's a little bit difficult. A little bit difficult. Oh, David with a very generous $5 holla. God damn. Says, if they lie to Osha and May... Oh, wait. If they lie to Osha and May didn't start the fire on Brendock, did Indara want Osha out of the Jedi to keep the conspiracy hidden? If so, that's crappy. Interesting. Indara did want Osha out of the Jedi Council. That was explained very early on in episode 1. Why she wanted that is at least explained to us, that Osha had connections to her family. She, like, it's not the Jedi way to have connections like that. She was brought in at a very old age of, I think they said 8 or 9, something like that. So she was brought into the Jedi Council, or brought in as a Jedi youngling at the age of 8, after seeing her whole family die and having that connection to them. So she wasn't really ready for becoming a Jedi. But if they lied to Osha about May being alive and made Osha leave the Jedi Order because of it, the Jedi aren't looking like great people right now. I must be honest, David. I must be honest. They aren't looking great. Right off the bat, Finestra's like, we got to keep this on the down low, okay? Soul's like, yeah, we don't want our political allies to think different of us or whatever. They're already worried about politics, and we're 100 years before the Phantom Menace. It's not looking very good, I must say. We're seeing the cracks seep in already for the Jedi Order. David with another $2 holla. Damn, David. Says, remember Megtech asked Osha where she was last night? Ooh, interesting. That is very true, now that you mentioned that. Because, yeah, the Megtech guy, what was his name? Like Philic or something? Philic? Is it Philic? Something like that? Somebody in the chat help me out. He was like, where were you? We went to Nar Shaddaa last night, and it was a great Easter egg about Nar Shaddaa. But maybe everybody was listening to the wrong thing. It wasn't Nar Shaddaa that was the big thing there. It was the fact that he said, where were you last night? Interesting. Very interesting. Could be onto something here. Ooh, Star Wars Jedi Chat Podcast with a very generous $2 holla too, but didn't send in a chat. You kidding me? Put it in the chat and I'll, of course, read it as soon as possible. I appreciate it, guys. The super chats really help out the channel. You have no idea. And if you guys are not yet a member, that also helps out the channel quite a bit. And you get instant access to very cool things like giveaways at the end of every single month, which is kind of a little bit far away from now, but we're almost halfway through June already. And you get the cool badges next to your name, too. Indeed. Indeed. Connor says, is it the Coven of the Path of the Open Hand? And that would be the mother? I don't think so. So the Path of the Open Hand is something from the High Republic books. Now, it could be like an off-branch of that, but I actually don't think it is. It could be, but I don't think it is. I don't know much about the Path of the Open Hand. I have not read Phase 2 of the High Republic novels yet, but so I have no clue if it is or if it could be. But as far as I'm aware, the Path of the Open Hand was like hundreds of years before this show. But I don't know. We'll see. I can't wait to see more Kelnacca. I wonder what his reaction will be to seeing May. Yeah, that'll be interesting too, because we talked about this last week, or on Saturday's stream. Is May going to be able to speak Wookiee? That's a pretty big deal. If she comes up to Kelnacca and Kelnacca's like, wait, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I've changed, blah, 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 but he's speaking in Wookiee, she's like, ah, ah, and May's like, I don't speak Wookiee, bro, and then kills him. Like, that's going to be a big issue. The language barrier there might be a huge issue. That would be a problem big time. But Kelnacca, I don't know if he's going to be like Torben and be like, we thought we were doing the right thing. My fault. My bad. That's on me, bro. Imagine if Kelnacca just talked like that. He just said bro like every sentence. He was like, ah, bro. Ah, bro. Ah, bro. That'd be awesome. That'd be amazing. Okay, where was I? Steven says, Tank's planetary entry better than Groot? Tank's planetary entry better than Groot? I don't know what that means. It's interesting that Darth Zipperface does resemble Abeloth. That is interesting because I don't think they did that not on purpose. I don't think they did that not on purpose. Double negative, positive. I think they did that on purpose. Yeah. So I think they did that on purpose. I think they did that on purpose because Abeloth was just sort of teased at in the Ahsoka show last year. And now we got a creepy looking Sith looking guy who's got this smile like Abeloth. Coincidence? Maybe. But I hope not. I hope there's some sort of connection there. Yeah. But didn't Osha feel her heart where the knife was in Indara? What? Now you guys are making me go crazy. Did she do that? Ben, what's up?
Hello there.
Tiffany says, I hope Kelnacca gives May a good Wookiee smack. Imagine Kelnacca just rips her arm off. We talk about people's arms being taken off in Star Wars all the time. And we've seen some Wookiees like Chrysanthemum in the Book of Boba Fett rip off some arms. But imagine he rips off May's arm or Chimere's arm. That'd be wild. That would be wild. Now, let me show you this. So, we know we're getting a lot in the flashbacks. And we know a lot of it's going to be on Brendock. But this is an exclusive image from Empire Magazine that came out months and months ago, I think, or at least a month ago. And this is Kelnacca sitting on some planet. Doesn't really look recognizable to me. And he's got a speeder there. He seems to be by himself, but he's wearing his Jedi robes. In this, if he's wearing his Jedi robes, it's a flashback because in current day we know he's not wearing Jedi robes. So I really don't know what this is all about. It looks like, honestly, he's holding the button to blow up the world or something there. I don't know what's going on there. But there's going to be a lot of Kelnacca in this episode, I think, because the flashbacks are going to be almost completely centered around him. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. As he's fighting against Jedi, as we see here. And we know for a fact that he's at least just hanging out with a speeder bike right there. Now, we've seen these speeders in the trailers going through the forests on Brendock. So maybe this is the planet of Brendock still. It's just like maybe a different location on Brendock. Not too sure. But we're going to get a lot of Kelnacca tonight. And I mean a lot. So what happens if we get 40 minutes of Kelnacca in flashbacks, and then in current day we see him get murdered at the end of the episode by May? That would be a bummer. Because that might be all of the Kelnacca that we're getting in this entire series. Yeah, that would not be good. Don't trust your eyes. I never trust my eyes. Never. But just because Osha sees May doesn't mean that she's not in some trance. Interesting. But at the same time, Soul sees May driving away. I don't think he does. He arrives after May drives away. I'm going to have to go rewatch these episodes now with only the thought of May's not really there. Or May and Osha are the same person. That's insane. That just sounds too crazy to be true. But honestly, when it comes to this show, I don't even know. I don't know if it's... I don't know. I don't. I really don't. It could be some form of sleepwalking in the Force if it's the same person. It could be, but it would be extremely hard to explain. And in episode 2, when Soul is talking to Osha, Yord says that May is already walking down the street. So she can't be in two places at once unless she's Force projecting somehow. If this is true, if this at all is true, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. And what's almost more insane is that any of us caught it. Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. Watch for the face tattoos between two. They're not the same. Really, Star Wars Santa. I know that May has the face tattoo because of her fight with Indara, but we haven't seen Osha's face tattoo either. Interesting. Interesting. Leslie Headland told the actors to watch Fight Club so that they will get a whole understanding of their characters. Really? Did she? I did not know that. B-Man says, no more like, and you have, one more like, sorry, and you have 40 likes. How many likes do we have on the stream? Please tell me it's more than 40. We got 60 plus of you guys here. Come on, people. Come on, people. John Groom says, or maybe because, as you said, they are on the same screen at the same time, they are not instead seeing through each other's eyes when unconsciously. Maybe because, as you said, they're on the same screen at the same time. They are not instead seeing through each other's eyes when unconscious. You lost me there. Not going to lie, you lost me there. Do I think that May will kill Kelnacca? Yes. Will it happen in tonight's episode? I'm a little bit 50-50. A little bit 50-50. I could see it going either way. We could get it tonight or at the beginning of episode 4. But I think tonight would probably be my guess. Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Zipperface is just Gary Busey. No. Okay. Rem, what's up? Says even if it's no one, it's still fun. Exactly. We just like to have fun here. You're absolutely right. David says maybe Osha and May aren't the same person, but are actually working together, like Yord suggested. I don't think so. I mean, they have some connection because of them being twins and this whole whatever. I do agree that they will have some sort of strong connection that will be explained, hopefully, in tonight's episode. But to have them be working together this whole time doesn't really make sense to me. Osha doesn't seem like an evil character. And maybe, again, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Not this time. B-Man says, the witches made Darth Zipperface. Okay, let's talk about Zipperface a little bit here. From what the only thing we've seen of this character is this scene right here. At the end of episode 1, when he's talking about how the Jedi live in a lie, or live in a dream, sorry, and the Acolyte kills the dream, blah, bitty, blue, bitty, blah. This is the only scene we've seen of this character. Now, we do know that he eventually shows up in the forest and fights against 8 Jedi, but as far as we know right now, this is all we've seen of this character. Tell me in the chat, do you think that this is Chimere? Chimere being the character who was the ex-smuggler who used to work for the Hutts, and now he's this tradesman dude who's on the planet of Olega, who's drunk when we first get introduced to him. Is this a Sith hiding in plain sight like Palpatine was? Is it Chimere? Because I posted this video about this on... When did I post that? On Sunday? I posted this video on Sunday about this, about Chimere possibly being the Sith Lord. In the comments section, I mean, other than people who were like, this show sucks, Disney sucks, blah, blah, blah. Other than that, it was very split. People not really knowing if it was or not. So I'm actually going to put up a new poll. Let's pull this up. Let's poll it up. Let's pull it up. By the way, 67% of you guys, the math is not mathing, but 67% of you guys think that Kelnacca will die tonight. That's actually a lot more than I thought. Jeez, guys. You Wookiee killers. Oh, disgusting. I think Kelnacca's going to live. You guys are crazy. No, I'm kidding. I think he's definitely going to die. But let's start up this new poll. Is Chimere Darth Zipperface, I guess. Is Chimere Darth Zipperface? Is Chimere really Darth Zipperface, I guess? Darth Zipperface. Yes or no? That's the only options. Yes or no? Is he Darth Zipperface? Is he the masked Sith Lord we've been waiting for? Is this Chimere? And yes, Chimere is spelled Qimir. Very strange. I don't know. Very strange to me. Weird spelling, but whatever. You think Chimera is in league with Zipperface? Well, we know that both May and Chimera have some sort of interactions with Zipperface at some point, because Chimera knows who he is. Chimera also quotes the Sith code, and so does May, saying that peace is a lie, which is the first line of the Sith code. It could be that they're both acolytes, both trying to become acolytes. That would be kind of cool. They're both in competition, maybe, something like that. If Chimera is anyone, I lean towards Plagueis? No, Plagueis is a Mun. They wouldn't change that. They wouldn't change Plagueis being Mun. I really hope they wouldn't change that. I'd be so pissed. Do not change that. Lucasfilm, Disney, if you're watching, and I know that you are, probably not, but if you're watching, do not change Plagueis' species, please. Do not do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Star Wars Santa says Chimera equals Smilo Ren. I don't know. I don't think so. Now, there is some evidence to suggest that he could be, but for me, I just don't think he will. I don't think he will. Mike wants Kelnacca to die, of course, because Mike loves death. Oh. Funny. Funny. I think it's Darth Tenebris who's the master right now. They might have changed this from the High Republic comics. They haven't mentioned a Sith Lord in the High Republic comics as far as I'm aware, so I don't think that'll change anything. But it could be either Tenebris or Plagueis right now in the time period of the Acolyte, because everything about these two characters is Legends material. So until it's created canon by explaining what's going on with Plagueis and who Plagueis is and how old he is and all this other stuff, then you can explain if it's Plagueis who's the Sith Lord during the time of the Acolyte, or if it's Tenebris. It could be either or, honestly, and I wouldn't be opposed to either one. Seeing a Bith Sith would be great, as Tenebris' species is the Bith, which would be awesome. But I still think it's Plagueis, because Plagueis is a more noticeable name, or recognizable name, I should say, and I think it would just be more, probably better for the casual normie fan just to recognize the name, because have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Yes, indeed I have. I think I remember that from Revenge of the Sith. What do we think? You guys tell me. Do you guys think the current Sith master at the time of this Acolyte show is going to be Plagueis or Tenebris? Because this guy right here, this Darth Zipperface, Smilo Ren, whatever you want to call him, he's an apprentice. He's not going to be the main Sith at the time. He's not. He's just going to be the apprentice of the main Sith. And that's actually why I think he's going to die. I think he'll die to those 8 Jedi in the forest. But do you think the current master at the time is Plagueis or Tenebris? Tell me in the chat. Plagueis or Tenebris? What do we think? Star Wars Santa says, I think that Tenebris' age works out if they stick with the Bith EU stuff. I suppose we could just go, we could see, so, oh, it just went away. Hang on. Damn it. Hang on. I suppose we could see Rugus Gnome. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize. But he'd be too young to be a Sith Lord. Yeah, the timeline works in a weird way because everything in this time period that's been established is in Legends. I don't know. It's interesting. I vote for Plagueis, 100% Tenebris. Okay, we're very divided on this already. Plagueis. Tenebris could be the Sith Master in the shadows. Zipperface is the apprentice. May is the acolyte. And Zipperface is trying to recruit/overthrow Tenebris. And they both die. And in rises Plagueis. Plagueis. Okay, we're kind of split on this. Plagueis. Should we pull it up? Should we just pull it up? It would have to be Plagueis. It wouldn't have to be Plagueis. I think either would kind of make sense. It'll be none. Showrunner made the point that they're not wanting cameo characters, and this would fall under that category. I actually don't think it would. It's not a cameo if it's the Sith at the time, and if Darth Zipperface is his apprentice, then it would make the most sense. Christopher says Darth Plagueis. Yes, Mike, do a poll. All right, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. We are so divided on this. I really want to see where this poll goes. I got to know. All right, this poll was very short. If it's Tenebris, it's too young. If it's Plagueis, he wouldn't be a Sith yet either. What do you mean he's too young? Tenebris would be sort of at the end of his life. So do you think Chimere is really Darth Zipperface? 69% nice of you say no. But that was a very short poll. But let's put this one up, and we'll leave this one up for a while. Who do you think is the Sith Lord during the Acolyte? Do you think it is Darth Tenebris or Darth Plagueis? Why is Plagueis spelt so, like, ridiculous? Plagueis? Did I get that right? Yeah, there we go. Darth Plagueis. Every time I, like, spell it wrong, or I spell it right and it looks so wrong, that I'm like, this can't be right. This can't possibly be right. So what do we think? Is it Plagueis or is it Tenebris? Where are we at? Tenebris would only be about 15, but again, that's according to legends. And how would that make sense if Plagueis could be up to 200 years old by the time he dies? Because the Mun could live up to 200 years old. Don't be mad, Mike, but can you be Darth Zipperface because you love death? Oh, no. No, I can't be Darth Zipperface. But I do think Darth Zipperface will die if that makes you feel any better. It could be an apprentice, not a Sith Lord. Well, no, I don't think that Zipperface is the Sith Lord. I think he is the apprentice. Most likely option C. Oh, my God. Yeah. Cole says, new canon, though, so things don't have to line up the way that they did before. Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot that can change. For sure. It's Darth Jar Jar. Okay, well, there we go. Boom, we did it. We can end the stream early. It's Darth Jar Jar. Yeah, Mun can live over 100 years, but Bith don't have that long of a lifespan. Interesting. How long of a lifespan did Bith have? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Bith lifespan. Bith live up to 71 to 84 is what it says? So it's like a human life? Something like that? I guess it's like a normal human life. That's not that crazy. That makes sense. It could be either or, honestly. Depends on how they want to put this canon all together, you know? Okay, it's because in the opening crawl, I remember it saying 100 years before the Empire. That's actually really important now that you say that. It is important that it says 100 years before the Empire. Because we've all been sitting here saying that it's 100 years before the Phantom Menace, when that's not the case. Because the Phantom Menace takes place, what is it, 30 years before the... Hang on. Oh, before the time of the Empire, right? So they're talking Order 66 then? Interesting. What year does the Phantom Menace take place? The Phantom Menace takes place in 32 BBY. Okay, then what year does Order 66 happen? What did I just say, 32? 19 BBY. I said 32, right? Yeah, right? I think so. So 13 years. So you're talking about not 100 years. You're now talking about 87. 87 years before the Phantom Menace. So that doesn't change too much, but it does change a little bit. It allows it to be a lot more likely Darth Plagueis than Tenebris, in my opinion, because if Plagueis dies during the events of the Phantom Menace, and he could live up to 100 to 200 years old, then he would be about 50 to 100 years old by the time of this Acolyte show. Am I right? Wasn't Dargan in a back to tank for like 200 years? Yeah, that or Dagan, whatever his name is, from Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Yeah, he was. He was from the time of the High Republic. He was a Jedi from then. Indeed. Anakin was 9 in the Phantom Menace, and the Empire rose when he was 24-ish, right? Well, Order 66 happens when he's 22, right? Because he's 22 years with the light, 22 years with the dark. So that makes sense. 13 years later. There you go. There you go. What if Chimere and May were going to try to kill Darth Plagueis in the last episode of The Acolyte because they want to be the master and the apprentice? I think Zipperface is probably training them for that cause to overthrow his master, but I don't think that's going to work out very well. I don't think so. And by the way, we are almost 50-50 on this poll right now. 53% of you think it's Tenebrous, and 47% of you think it is Plagueis. Interesting. Interesting. We'll have to keep that up for now. Did we hit 80 people at the same time? That's crazy. It's the most we've hit in a long time. Most we've hit since the Bad Batch ended. Abby says, I think he's the apprentice because in the Acolyte, because the Acolyte is an apprentice to a Sith Lord. Yeah, an Acolyte is an apprentice to the apprentice of the Sith Lord. So Darth Zipperface is not the master here. No. Star Wars Santa says, Tenebrous was still alive when Palpatine was in college. What? So just back up from there. Still in Legends, though. We have to see what they'll do with him. Yeah, that's true. That's still in Legends. But Tenebrous was still around then. So you're saying that... Interesting. Interesting. I don't know. It could be either or, I guess. I wouldn't be opposed to either, because if it's Tenebrous, then you can get a younger version of Plagueis and get to see him sort of take the role. But if it's Plagueis, then you might even lead into a young Palpatine show or something. Like, really, anything can happen from this Acolyte show, which is cool. It could be Snoke. No. Alex says, so he would be about 68 years old before then? What? I don't know. It's a lot of math for me. What is the average lifespan of a Sith Lord? I assume it's kind of short. Actually, no, because the dark side allows Sith to actually extend their lives. Some Sith, obviously species-wise, can live up to a lot longer than others. If it was like Yoda's species, he can live up to 900. If it's Wookiee, he can live into his 500s. A lot of different species in Star Wars have different life expectancies. So depending on what kind of Sith it is, then they'll have a different life expectancy. But Sith can actually use the dark side to extend their lives. So even somebody who could live only 100 years could maybe live 150 to 200 years because of the dark side of the Force. Yeah. Indeed. Whoa. Star Wars Santa says, okay, but hear me out. If Tenebrous is Plagueis' master, then we have to base the likelihood based off of Tenebrous' age. Yeah, but Tenebrous could be born at any moment. Like, Tenebrous' age could be anything. Whatever they want to make it, because he doesn't have a set birth date in canon Star Wars. The Bith doesn't have a set birth in Star Wars. So I agree with you, but we kind of have to take it from Plagueis' death, which is in the Phantom Menace. And we don't really know, again, in canon, how old he was when he died. So the whole expectancies of life doesn't really matter. It's whatever they want to do, really, at this point. Soul says, Revenge of the Sith is 19 BBY. The Phantom Menace is 32 BBY. Okay. So 13 years there, at least. But again, the time of the Empire reigned for 20-some-odd years. 23, 25 years. Is Snoke's species ever stated? Snoke is an abomination created by different genes spliced together. He's a clone created by just a bunch of different genes being created. So he doesn't really have a species, honestly. He's just an abomination. He's like Frankenstein's monster almost. He really doesn't have one. Yeah. The dark side also kept Darth Vader alive. That's true. Yes. And technically Palpatine for quite a while. Yeah. Hey, if they can save Anakin, Indara would have been like a cakewalk. If they could save Anakin, Indara would. What do you mean? Indara's not dark side. I don't get what you mean. I don't get it. I think if Indara is alive and well and is zipper I think that Indara is alive and well and is zipper face. What? The guilt from what happened on Brendock led her to fall to the dark side. She was too well off compared to Torben, Sol, and Kelnacca. What? Indara is the Sith Lord we've been looking for. No, I don't think so. Darth Tenebrous' master was Darth Rampage, for whoever asked. Well, that's cool. I did not ask, but thanks. Kino Loy is Snoke. There you go. There you go. There's the answer to all your questions. There it is. And we're still about 50-50 on this poll, which is kind of crazy. I think Sol may be Zipperface. I've heard this theory, okay? Can somebody explain this to me? I don't understand. How can Master Sol be Darth Zipperface? That makes no sense. How does that make any sense? How? It makes no sense to me. You missed my previous chat where I said that the barkeeper was still alive and could have gone to help and gotten her into a Bacta tank. Ah, I see. No, I think Indara was dead as soon as May walked away. I like the theory, but I don't think so. Yeah. Sol, no way. I agree. I don't think so either. Sol's been orchestrating it with May and Osha for years. Oh my. There's no way. Indara has 2 hearts. Well, there you go. Everybody just has 2 hearts, don't they? I don't think that's what's going on here, guys. I don't think people are coming back from the dead. I don't think that's how this is all going to go. But, I mean, we'll see. All right. Let's focus back in here on reality and what can really happen, okay? Flashbacks. What do you guys think actually happened on Brendock 16 years ago? What are we going to get sort of revealed to us tonight in these flashback sequences? We're going back to Brendock 16 years ago. Did May actually start that fire? Are the Jedi really the bad guys in this scenario? What is the reality of what was going down 16 years ago on Brendock? Are the witches more powerful than we're led to believe? And were the Jedi really the ones who killed them? There's one trailer in particular where we see an insight into, might be this one actually. It might be this one. Hang on. Let's just watch it because all these trailers are good.
I sense
it is not that one. Hang on. It is not that one. In one of these trailers, let me find it. Do you guys want to watch that too? Cast product unboxing? Okay. Maybe this one?
The Jedi live in a dream.
Stand down! I didn't do it!
Hang on, that was a lot really quickly.
Stand down!
So we saw this. This is Brendock on fire.
Stand down! I didn't do it!
I didn't do it.
But an acolyte kills the dream.
We got Mother Anisea here. We got a burning door here. I think this is probably what Master Sol saw, and maybe inside is May burning a lot. I don't know. But that might be why he thinks that May is dead, even though maybe she survived in there.
It's the dream.
Then we got Mother Anisea doing some weird witchcraft over here.
The dream.
Again, his eyes are going black, meaning he's being probably taken over by the witches here. Interesting. Also not the trailer I was looking for, but still awesome. I can't remember what trailer it's in now. I don't think it's that one. There's one specific trailer that shows an
Someone is killing
explosion.
Jedi. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
There's no method, no pattern. Who's next?
This is a fight that you will not win.
Let me bring her in.
I didn't do it!
I didn't do it.
Star Wars.
Whew, that trailer's hype. Greetings from Quebec. What's up, Darth Patty? How we doing? Why does your YouTube look different than my YouTube? I don't know. Why does my YouTube look different than your YouTube? I could not tell you. Does your YouTube not look like this? Okay. I think if we can't find it on the next one, I'm going to give up. So hopefully it's this next one. Whatever one I choose here. Maybe this one? Oh, maybe this one.
Jedi are being murdered.
I didn't do it! Please
didn't do it.
believe me!
Oh, we already watched this one, didn't we? Hang on. It is crazy how many of these scenes we've already seen in just the first 2 episodes. Let's see. I'm not viewing their stats. It's just like it's a add-on thing that I have from whatever. But it does show you like how many views per hour it gets or something. I don't know. I don't even look at it anymore, honestly. All right, last chance here. Let's pick the right one. I feel like it was a recent one, so I'm gonna go up here.
Star Wars.
It wasn't that one. Okay, one more, and I promise I'll give up after this one. But there is a scene. What I'm trying to get at here is there is a scene where there's an explosion. We watched that. We watched that. We watched that. We watched that. We watched that one. We just watched that one. There's an explosion. It's got to be earlier then. On Brendock, and we got to look inside. Maybe this one?
This is a fight that you will not win.
She's killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense. I trained her. Now she is a student of the dark side, an acolyte.
I didn't do it! Believe me!
I didn't do it. Okay, well, kind of what I'm getting at here is this. This explosion, we get to see the inside and whatever's exploding in that trailer that I was looking for. I can't find it, but Star Wars Stu, what is up?
Hello there.
But there's a big question remaining, and that is who causes this explosion? I don't know. So I ask you guys, what do you think is going to be revealed in this 3rd episode that explains all of this? Is Darth Zipperface actually going to play a role in the explosion of the witch's home? Or is it going to be the Jedi who destroy them because they see them as a threat? Or is it going to be the witches that sabotage themselves? Or is it going to be May? And Soul was right. What do we think is going down in tonight's episode? The Jedi blew up their house. That's my guess. Interesting. Do you like it so far, Mike? I do like the show so far, I must say. And I've gotten so much crap for the last 6 days for saying that. It's absolutely insane. Like, some people are so mean in a comment section, and I'm like, what's the point of this? Like, you really think this is going to hurt my feelings enough to go, oh, maybe that show's not as good as I thought it was? Like, what? It's crazy. But I do like the show so far, I must say. More questions than answers after episode 3? I don't think so. I'm hoping that episode 3 gives us a lot of explanation of what happened on Brendock. Yes, there will still be a lot of questions about who's Darth Zipperface, how does Kymir play into this, all of this other stuff. But I think, and I say think, that a lot of the questions about what happened 16 years ago on Brendock will be explained in tonight's episode. Yeah. All right, let's ask, since now Star Wars Stew completely threw my chat off, let me ask you guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, I know we've only seen the first 2 episodes, but on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think of The Acolyte so far? Just 2 episodes in, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do we think so far? Where are we at? For me, I'd probably say an 8.4, 8.5, around that area. I think there's a long way to go to get up towards that 9, 9.5, even obviously 10 out of 10, which is insane. But do I think it's better than Ahsoka right now or even The Mandalorian? No, not even close. But I think it has the possibility, because it's got a great start so far, to get up towards that level. It's probably never going to pass Ahsoka for me, and it's probably never going to pass Mando either. But it could be up past Boba Fett, Kenobi, maybe even in the realm of reaching possibly Andor or something along those lines. But we'll see. All right, where are we at? 7 out of 10, 8.5, 8, 6.5, 7, 7, 7, 7. A lot of 7s. 8.5, 8.5, 4, 8, 8.5, 12 out of 10. Wow. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8.8, 7, 9, 10, 9. Wow, these are some really high scores. And that's good to hear. That's great to see. 100 out of 10, 9 out of 10, nice. 15 out of 10. But that's what's good. Is honestly, guys, there were a few bad scores in there. I saw 4, I saw 5. But the majority of them were 7, 8, or 9, or even 10, which is insane. But it seems like we're off to a great start. And it's a lot of just the hate that's going on around online. Some of it is valid. Like, some people have criticisms about the show and why they don't like it personally, and that's okay. But for the people who are going around just hating to hate, literally telling people that they can't like this show because of how they feel about the show is so completely wrong. Even if, since I like the show, I'm not going to go up to somebody who doesn't like the show and go, you're an idiot for not liking the show. That's completely their own opinion, and that doesn't matter. It's when you have stupid things that aren't real that you hear online that people convince you to think. That's when it becomes an issue. But if you have an opinion on a show, whether you like it or not, let's try to be civil. Is that too much to ask? Last live stream did very well for numbers, I must admit. It almost has 2,000 views for a live stream. That's extremely well. So I appreciate you guys. But the comment section was crazy. People going, this guy's a liar. He's a shill. How can he talk so positively about this show? It's impossible. He's clearly getting paid by Disney. And I'm sure you guys know, because you guys are the closest with me, I definitely am not getting paid by Disney. The amount of times I've said that Disney's stupid, they're dumb, they're stupid, and they're stupid, and they're dumb is incountable. So it's just it's clearly people who don't know what they're talking about, and that's what's sad. And I honestly feel bad for those people. But to leave a comment like that, there must be something else going on in your life, and I just feel bad for them. I want to honestly just give them a hug, and I feel bad. But just try to keep it civil. That's all I ask. Even if you are somebody who likes the show a lot and you're trying to get into fights with people who don't like the show, just give it. Just don't even listen to it. Just don't even listen to it at all. I don't try to even give them the light of day or the benefit of the doubt. But whatever. I don't know why I started that whole thing, but guess what? It ended with, whatever. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Yeah, the hate has gone too far. That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. I think people freak out when they saw the budget difference between the Acolyte and Kenobi. Again, that's not really a big deal. And let me explain that, actually, because a lot of people were concerned about that quite a bit. The Acolyte has a $180 million budget. The Kenobi show has a $90 million budget. It was close to 100, but that's almost double the Kenobi show. Double. Which is a problem. But when you think about this, the Kenobi show episodes were the same length. There was only 6 episodes instead of 8, which already means bigger budget. Now, the Kenobi show deserves a huge budget because it's Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. But again, it's a shorter show. When you look at Andor's budget was almost double this. Or no, it wasn't almost double, but it was $260 million. 260. That's over 80 million more. Might even be a little bit more than that. But Andor was 12 episodes. So it's 4 more episodes than this. So it's an astronomical amount more, but because it's 4 more episodes, it makes a little bit more sense. It's a whole budgetary thing, and yes, the Kenobi show should have got more effort and attention, but this show getting 180 million is actually not that much. It's on par, if actually not less than The Mandalorian, Andor, Ahsoka. It's pretty much the same. The only complaint is with Kenobi, and it's only 6 episodes. And I agree, Kenobi should have got a bit bigger budget. But, hey, it's done. We can't change it, that's for sure. Darth Thor says, all Star Wars has good and bad. It's all what you want to focus on. It's all what you want to focus your time on. I choose the good in it. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Is the reason we started this channel 3.5 years ago was to start a community where people could talk positively about Star Wars. Because yes, like you just said, every Star Wars project, from the best of the best, which I believe is Revenge of the Sith, to the worst of the worst, which I believe is The Last Jedi. There's good and there's bad. You can be ridiculously nitpicky with the Revenge of the Sith and find something bad. You can be very generous with The Last Jedi and find something good. There's always the good and the bad. And I'm never going to sit here, even though I don't like The Last Jedi, and talk about how much I hate The Last Jedi, because that's just not what I want to do. Why would I want to do that? That's stupid. That's dumb. I want to talk about the positives and what I love about Star Wars, because guess what? I'm a guy who loves Star Wars and not a guy who kind of likes, maybe hates, maybe blah, 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 loves Star Wars. So the reason we started this whole damn thing 3+ years ago is for that reason, to create a community in this whole negative Star Wars fandom, to have a positive light in the community where we can talk about Star Wars and talk about it how it's supposed to be talked about, in a positive and bright light. Because guess what, guys? This is supposed to be an escape from your reality, not more negativity and depression and whatever you want to call it. It's not supposed to be that. It's an escape. An escape we shall. Escape we shall. Avalon says, personally, I don't care. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. Some people love to complain and are not happy unless they are criticizing. That's true, and that's just sad to me. That's just sad. Like, how is that a life to live? You know? How is that a life to live? Complaining about everything all the time? Yeah. This is going to be the best show ever. I don't think so. I mean, it's possible that it could. Maybe the back half of the Acolyte show, because we don't really know anything that's happening in episode 5, 6, 7, and 8. We don't. Almost all the scenes we've seen so far are from the first 4 episodes, as far as we know. So maybe the back half of the show is absolutely extraordinary and we don't even know it. The likelihood is there, but it's probably less likely than it is more likely, if I were to guess. Where was I? Darth Patty says, I'm just not vibing with this show. That's all. No other reason than that. It's not that deep. There you go. Darth Patty, that's perfectly fine. And I hope it gets better for you. But if it doesn't, hey, then go watch a different Star Wars project that you love so much. Like, that's the thing with Star Wars. There's so much of it, from the prequels to the originals to the sequels to the shows to the animated shows to the live action shows to Mandoverse stuff to Empire stuff. And by Empire stuff, I mean Andor, Kenobi, Rebels, Bad Batch, to prequel stuff with the Acolyte. Whatever you want to watch, you can watch. And you don't have to watch the stuff that you don't want to watch. It's as simple as that. It's pretty wild. It's called Star Wars. You might want to watch it. Yeah. I think we need to temper our expectations for TV. It won't all be like movies. They are all flawed. I actually disagree with that. I think all Star Wars shows should live up to the expectations of the movies, because I think they're extensions of the movies, and I think they've done a pretty good job so far. The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, they all seem great. Yeah. And this is actually a great way to talk about it too. Tix Base Palace says, how are you going to judge anything off just 2 episodes? It seems good so far. I don't understand the hate. Exactly. We can't judge how good this show's going to be because it's only been 2 episodes. And other people can't judge how bad it's going to be because they've only seen, guess what? The first 2 episodes. Crazy. Am I right? Insane. Positivity is needed these days. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Star Wars Santa says, exactly same reason I started my channel. So glad I found you. Well, I appreciate it, Santa. I appreciate it quite a bit, Santa. Santa, can I get some Star Wars Lego sets for Christmas? The Multiverse is Broken says, I love The Last Jedi. It's one of my favorite Star Wars projects, but hearing someone say that they don't like it doesn't bother me at all. To each their own. Same with this show. Exactly. And guess what? Since you hate The Last Jedi, I freaking hate you. I mean, since you love The Last Jedi. No, damn it. It didn't even, my joke didn't even go. It didn't even work. Damn it. But no. Yeah, exactly. There's a world, because we're all living on it. There's a world where we can coexist with some people who like The Last Jedi, some people who don't like The Last Jedi, some people who like the Acolyte show, and some people who don't like the Acolyte show. Guess what? The world is going to continue to spin. Nothing has changed. Not a single thing. Vader's Fist, what's up?
Hello there.
Thoughts on pronouns in Star Wars? Thoughts on pronouns in Star Wars? I mean, none, I guess. Star Wars 2 says, I didn't like the first episode of Andor, but I really loved the show by the end. That's actually a great point. The first 3 episodes of Andor are very slow. A lot of it are flashbacks to when he's looking for his sister and all that other stuff. It's slow. But it does pick up, and it becomes one of the best Star Wars shows we've had so far. It's really, really good. But it does have a slow start, I'll give you that. Yeah. Sadler Family Vlogs, what's up? Says, do you listen to Star Wars Theory? He is obsessed? Do you mean obsessed? Over George Lucas, like nobody could do it but him. I haven't listened to Theory in a while, but I did. Theory's definitely a big reason as to why I started my own channel. I saw a lot, because he has such a big base with over 3 million subscribers, that he gets a lot of hate and a lot more hate than positivity in his chats. So I was like, this is wrong. And that's again why I started my own channel. I have not really heard his take on the Acolyte so far. I don't even know if he likes it or not. But I have heard this, obviously, that he loves George Lucas. And George Lucas is the creator of Star Wars. What he does is Star Wars. And there's a lot of people that are George Lucas stans. If you don't know what that means, it means that everything that George Lucas ever said or did or whatever, they're going to latch onto that and ride it till the cows come home. What am I saying? But they really latch on to everything that George Lucas said and take that as Star Wars canon and will forever be Star Wars canon. And that makes sense because the guy created the whole damn thing. He's the genius mastermind behind creating the galaxy far, far away. It makes sense. But George Lucas, guess what, is also the same dude who sold the company in 2012. So he wanted Star Wars to continue. He said that. He sold the company because he wanted Star Wars to continue, and he knew coming up on 70, 80 years old, he didn't want to continue to make Star Wars, so he wanted other people to do it so that his galaxy would live on. Yeah. So that's my take on the whole George Lucas type deal. Yeah. Thoughts on Star Wars Outlaws? Well, we're going to get to Star Wars Outlaws in a little bit here. I'm excited. I'm really excited for that game. This new trailer that we're going to watch in a little bit, it looks fan-freaking-tastic. The not only visually it looks amazing, but an open world Star Wars game? Come on. It's literally what we've always been dreaming of our entire lives, an open world Star Wars video game. And when I say we, I mean me. Can I get some good Cubs follow orders in the chat, please? Bum, ba. We got, what, 81%, 84%? 84 of you right now. Can I get 84 separate good Cubs follow orders in the chat? I personally like Theory. I have nothing against Star Wars Theory. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Theory's done some incredible things for the Star Wars fandom, and that cannot be denied. I wonder what his thoughts are on Acolyte, honestly. Okay, where was I? The community should always be more positive. I agree. I agree with that. I was 7 in 1977. I saw it as a part of the OG group. That's awesome. I wish I could have done that. Just kidding. Isn't Season 2 already greenlit and underway? For Acolyte? No. Season 2 of the Acolyte is not yet underway. It probably will be sometime soon. I should try to get Theory on the channel. Yeah, good luck with that. The guy's got millions of subscribers. I'm sitting here with 50,000. Not that that's not a lot. I appreciate all of you guys, but I'm sure he doesn't even know who I am. Season 2 of the Acolyte is already greenlit and underway. That's where I was at. No, it is not greenlit and underway, but there is rumor that it will be happening. Yeah. But we'll see. Mayan the Mafia, what's up, says, so far, it's good. This episode will judge how it goes from here. Only reason is because they're saying it's supposed to change Star Wars forever. Yeah, that's been the common conversation about this third episode, is it's going to change the canon of Star Wars forever. I don't know. From what I've heard, it doesn't sound that drastic. It really doesn't. It sounds like they're hyping it up too much. Yeah. Yeah. Ahsoka Season 2 is already in production, though? Yes. Ahsoka Season 2 is in production right now. I don't think they've started filming yet or anything, but they have started production of Season 2. Pre-production, I should say. Yeah, that should hopefully come out by the end of next year, if I were to guess. But, yeah. I guess we'll see about that one. The lurker below says, story troubles, and you did say it earlier, it's weird, there's a lot of scenes from the past 2 episodes in these trailers. What? No, I said that it's crazy that almost all the scenes from the trailers we've already seen in the first 2 episodes. Yeah. Indeed. I hate how the natural community is based on critics. It should be way less harsh. Oh yeah, the entire Star Wars community has, especially online, has become so, for lack of a better word, and I hate using this word, but toxic. It's just so angry all the time. Like, they love to just argue. Even if it's about something being good, they love to argue about it. They just love to argue. And argue they do all the time. It's nonstop arguing on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, wherever you go, it's nonstop arguing for Star Wars fans. Even if it's like the most positive thing ever, and it's like this great thing, like there's always going to be a negative component to it. And that's just sad. When you look at Star Wars fans outside of social media, when you look at Star Wars fans who go watch the movies in the theaters, it's like a completely different conversation. It's a completely different environment, completely different feel for Star Wars. And I actually think a lot of people have gone off of social media, at least talking about Star Wars on social media, because of that, because it's just so negative and they hate it. It's really sad. Yeah. Yeah. Santa, he just sat on your lap from across the internet, but same, I need some Legos. Yeah, Santa. Can we get some Star Wars Legos for Christmas, please? Just the whole chat. Just everybody in the chat. Star Wars Legos, Christmas. Get on that. Yeah. Honestly, I'm hyped for tonight's episode. Me too. I thought Ahsoka was going to be great, but it was a big letdown, though. Really? I could not disagree more. I think Ahsoka is by far my favorite. But that's because Ahsoka, the character, was already my favorite going in. Rebels was already one of my favorite shows going in. So I was already really excited for that show, and it delivered for me, personally. Yeah. I completely got wrapped up in the hate after episode 2 during the prequel trilogy, and then I didn't even see episode 3 in the theaters thanks to that. I won't let that happen again. Damn. That's tough. Yeah. Thankfully, I wasn't around for that. Yeah. Wait, have you seen all 4? Have you seen all 4? 4 episodes? No. I haven't seen any of the episodes early. I don't get that luxury. No, I don't see any of the episodes early. Nothing like that. No, I do not. Could Darth Revan be around? No. No, definitely not. Darth Revan's been dead for a long time. Long time. UV Clips, what's up, says, when do you think Skeleton Crew announcement / trailer will be released? A trailer for the Skeleton Crew, I think, will be released at some point at the end of July. And the reason I think that is because the Acolyte will be over. The next Star Wars project isn't until Star Wars Outlaws, which is at the end of August. So it's probably going to be late July, early August Skeleton Crew trailer and release date. And the release date will probably be November or maybe even December, but I'd probably guess November. And yeah, I think it'll be a teaser trailer. We won't get much, but the show's been, I mean, there's been a trailer ready for over a year now. It was shown to the people at Star Wars Celebration a year ago. So we could get that teaser trailer probably towards the end of July or early August, if I were to guess. Skeleton Crew is an interesting one because I'm excited for it, but I'm really not that excited for it because we don't know anything about the show. Yeah. Indeed. Kay says, I don't even remember what I said. Something factual in his chat, and he got triggered and started yelling at me. Oh, jeez. Okay. Look at all those good cups follow orders. This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. So if you guys are new around here, when I pull out this big ass cup that's bigger than my head, and it's clearly gone through some stuff, we just say good cups follow orders in the chat. It's something that's been around for like a year now on the channel, and I don't know. I really don't. It's something, that's for sure. And by the way, we are still at 54 to 46% of you guys, Tenebris to Plagueis. This is crazy. I'm just going to leave it up there. Going to leave it up. Yeah. Bro, I'm hoping tonight's episode's really good. Me too. Me too. John Pedro, what's up, says, all the talk about episode 3 changing Star Wars is from one singular viewer called Film Threat. All the toxic channels are using it from one source. Interesting. Yeah, obviously there's going to be something in this episode that is going to anger some people, but I don't think it's going to be as crazy as people think. You have the same cup? No way! You have this same cup? Does anybody else in the chat have this exact same cup? It's from the Rise of Skywalker premiere in 2019. It's just been through some stuff, like it's just chipped, like all the paint is chipping off. I just got it because I went to see the movie in the theaters, obviously, and I just got it. Didn't realize it would have such a big effect on the community, but here we are. Yeah. Monty, is it Monty? Monty says, I just subscribed after seeing all the positivity. I appreciate that quite a bit. Yeah, if you guys haven't hit that subscribe yet, do it. Or else. Yeah, or else. People getting all freaked out. Oh, okay, yeah. Golden bricks, okay. Can't get enough Star Wars Legos. What's funny is I get Star Wars Legos because of owning a Star Wars channel, and everybody around me sort of knows that. And they're like, how do you talk about Star Wars so much? Blah, blah, blah. I get Star Wars Legos a lot for my birthday, for Christmas, and I have a ton of sets that I haven't built yet. They're all over there. Do you want me to show you guys? I could show you guys. There's a few of them that I haven't built yet, and I just don't have enough time to get around to it. I feel like it's like a commitment to go build some Legos. I do have fully built the entire Mos Eisley Cantina though. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and we got like Vader's head right off screen there. Oh. And Boba Fett's head right off screen there. I believe this might come down too. Look at that. Look at the technology. But yeah. Yes, love the Lego sets. Yeah, gotta love Lego sets for sure. How do we get so off topic? Hang on. Do you have a P.O. box, Mike? No, I do not. Should I get one? I don't even know how to do that. Maybe. Christopher says, they either need to go all the way back to the Old Republic or go far enough into the future that there's no legacy characters left. Well, that's kind of what they're going to do. It was announced last year that we're going to be getting a Dawn of the Jedi movie that'll be created by James Mangold. So that'll be going 25,000 years before anything, and it likely, and I mean likely, I mean 100% sure, won't have any legacy characters involved. There is no character in the prequel trilogy that is 25,000 years old. I can guarantee you that. Shadow, what's up? So, yeah, and honestly, I think that will not only kick off the Jedi and show the beginning of the Jedi, but it will also lead us into what is the Old Republic, and that'll be pretty cool to see. Huge Wang. Damn it, you're right. Huge Wang. Fuck. No. Ah! Damn it!
I got a bad feeling about this.
Incorrect.
Freaking Huge Wang. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm down for Darth Revan and Malik in live action. Me too. 100% me too. Oh, yeah. How old is Huge Wang? Huge Wang is supposed to be 25,000 years old, right? I believe so. I believe so. See, now the likes are getting up there. Okay. Should we switch gears a little bit here before we get on out of here? Because we're coming up on 2 hours already. The Dawn of Huge Wang? Yeah, well, let's get that. How many times have you seen the episodes for Acolyte? That's a good question. So I watched them twice, or 3 times. 2.5-ish. 3-ish times, like just when we watched it live, and then I watched it again after stream, and then I watched it again to make the breakdown. So 3 there. I watched it again on Thursday, I think, so 4. Then I watched it again on Sunday or Monday, yesterday. So 5, I guess. 5 times. 5 times. Stay away from the Old Republic? You think you stay away? Wookiee Jedi tonight? Oh, yeah. A lot of it, too. Plo's production. What's up, Plo's production? Is that Plo Koon's production? You think you're going to be in the episode? I've seen them both 8 times. 8 times? Oh, my God. How many times have you guys seen these episodes? How many times have you guys watched episode 1 and 2? I thought 5 was too much. Or not too much, you know what I mean. A lot. All right, let's switch gears while you guys put that in the 5 times, 4 times. Oh my God, you guys crazy. Let's switch gears here and let's watch 7 times. Oh my goodness. Let's watch this Star Wars Outlaws trailer, okay? Give me a 1 into the chat if you're going to be getting Star Wars Outlaws or if you're just like excited for Star Wars Outlaws. Give me a 1 into the chat. And let's watch this. This is like a 10-minute thing, so we're not going to watch the entire thing. We're going to skip through a little bit here. But, yeah, let's watch it anyway. 7 times. 7 times is crazy. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah. Should I get the gold edition or the ultimate edition? Well, we were talking about this last stream. What does the ultimate edition even come with? Like, is it worth it? And if you weren't excited for this game yet, watch this trailer. You'll get excited. Okay? So let's watch this. So these are the graphics of the entire game. Isn't it awesome? Look at that. It's so realistic. I'm just kidding.
Hey, new record. At the top, where it should be.
So she's just playing an arcade game in the game. So this is just GTA meets Star Wars. It's open world completely. You can literally go play arcade games inside of the games. It's a game inside of a game. Crazy. But it's literally like GTA where you can be wanted by the police, but it's the Empire and you're wanted by them. Or you can go do bounty hunting missions. You can go do whatever. And that's just how cool and expansive that this actually is.
Let's go, Nix.
Nix is sorry. Let me give a little bit of a recap here. This main character here, the girl in the middle, is called Kay Vess. She's a smuggler. This game takes place in between episodes 5 and episode 6, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. It's the underworld of Star Wars, from the Empire to bounty hunters to the Hutts to the syndicates of the Pikes and the Crimson Dawn and all of it. And you're one character playing a smuggler who's living through all of it. So you can do whatever you want. You can become a bounty hunter. You can go on missions, smuggling missions. You can do whatever you want. And you're Kay Vess, and your little side companion here is Nix.
Hello, everyone. I'm Matthias Karlsson, game director at Massive Entertainment.
So the guy talking this whole time is just the game director of this game. You got a cantina here. It looks like the graphics are insane in this game. Let's be honest, guys. It's absolutely insane. Is this game canon? Yes, it is. Indeed, it is. Yes, it is.
Today, we'll show you a different type of adventure. And as we journey across multiple systems, we will come across many opportunities for a
fight
scoundrel.
going on over there.
In Star Wars Outlaws, one of your motivations for exploration is to find elusive experts scattered across the galaxy.
So finding experts scattered across the galaxy is pretty interesting. There's a Jawa one down there. This is a Brack one up there. And I'm sure there's a lot of other ones. But if you look at the top here, you got vehicles. So you're going to have a lot of different vehicles, from your ships to your speeder bikes to all that other stuff, to your equipment, which is probably your blasters, your grenades, I guess. I don't even know. Then you have abilities there, a map. I don't know how many open worlds there are, but as far as we know, it's at least 4 or 5, maybe even more. A journal, I don't know what that is. Reputation. So reputation is a pretty interesting one. How you play the game specifically changes from person to person. So if you work for Jabba the Hutt and do every mission successfully for him, and you're a great bounty hunter, you don't ever come in late, you don't ever stab him in the back, you don't do anything, you're going to have a good reputation in the bounty hunting world. But if you turn on Jabba the Hutt immediately and try to kill him or whatever you do, your reputation is going to go really far down, and you're going to become this known person who doesn't work well with others. And that's actually pretty damn cool. So everybody who plays the game differently is going to have a different outcome, or at least a different relationship with each character, which is insane. Yeah.
These experts will help Kay pick up new skills to survive in the underworld.
So it gives her new abilities if you find these experts.
We're looking for a gunslinger who can teach us some new tricks.
That kind of looked like Hondo Naka, if I'm not going to lie.
Intel points to the Mos Eisley Cantina on...
So look at this map. You got Mos Eisley here. You got the Desert Valley over there. You're clearly on Tatooine, which it says up at the top.
Tatooine. So let's head back to our ship.
So you're on a different planet right now, and you got to go from ship to ship. But
we're picking up an
freaking
Aqua
graphics.
Station.
Kid Fisto, what's up? Says, hey, Mike. In the latest product unboxing video for the Acolyte, everybody showed their figures except for Chimere. Damn. He's probably going to be Zipperface, isn't he? Damn it.
A remnant of the Clone Wars, it used to be a refueling station that now acts as a trade hub for illegal contraband.
Pretty cool.
It's a great place to resupply.
Saw a Gontroid. R2 unit. So now she's coming upon her ship here.
Your ship, the Trailblazer, is refined...
The Trailblazer, nice.
Hey, Andy.
Hi, Kay.
So now she's gonna blast off to Tatooine. And it's not just open world, it's open space too.
Akiva space.
Each planet has its own system for you to explore, and many opportunities to make a few credits, which you can choose to engage with or not.
I am under attack!
So look at this. Right now, there's a Pike freighter that's under attack. You can choose to go defend it or not and keep going on your mission. So there's a bunch of just side missions all over the place. The amount of time it's going to take you to finish this game 100% could be forever. Like, you might never finish this game 100%. It's absolutely it's insane how big this game is going to be.
Ship will not survive long.
And I'm guessing if you help the Pikes, then the Pikes are going to really appreciate you later down the line.
This is Kay Vess on board the Trailblazer. I'm coming.
We're going to skip.
Tatooine space. Edge of the galaxy.
So then she jumps into hyperspace and comes to Tatooine. This is her in hyperspace.
The system is in the clutches of the Hutt cartel. Our reputation with them is poor.
So here you go. You can go to Mos Eisley, Docking Bay. You can go to Bestine. You can go to Wayfar and Mos Algo. Interesting.
So we best be on our way.
This is her landing. Interesting.
Welcome to legendary Mos Eisley.
That's so freaking cool, man.
The infamous hive of scum and villainy.
That's so awesome.
We could head straight to our destination. Or explore what the city has to offer.
Look at that. This is not a movie?
Recreating this iconic city is a dream come true for our team, allowing us to show parts of Mos Eisley you've never seen before.
This is so cool.
Room for one more?
There are many opportunities for a scoundrel, including working your way in with the Hutt cartel. Most of Tatooine's economy is under their control, even though the increased Imperial presence has been hurting their business. But first, we need to pick up the trail of our expert gunslinger. The best place to start is the cantina.
It's the frickin' cantina from A New Hope.
By asking around, we learn of a pirate who is deadly with the blaster and who used to work for the Hutt cartel. Our intel leads to one of their storehouses, located...
You can just speeder bike around the planet. Why not? Just go search all crevices on Tatooine. Go find some Sarlacc pits. Go fight some Jawas.
in the southern hills.
Sabacc, yeah. You can literally play Sabacc with Lando Calrissian if you wanted.
Traveling to your destination can be an adventure in itself.
Maybe there's a data pad
Is that Obi-Wan's hut?
or something that can tell me who that old gunslinger is.
Probably not, but it looks like it. Sneaking around.
Trouble, pal!
Oh. I think she got caught. Oops. So obviously I know a lot of people are going to complain that it's not lightsabers, but I mean, if you want to play with a lightsaber, you can go play Jedi Survivor or Jedi Fallen Order. It's pretty much the gunslinger version of that, but open world. It's going to have more objectives and more things to do with this game, but obviously no lightsaber, which might turn people off, but it's cool.
Come on, Nick!
I mean, come on. This is a movie. Ugh.
There we are.
A bantha over there? Like a bantha. Yeah, you can call your speeder too.
You again. If you're still looking for Haas, I haven't seen him.
Actually, I'm here for you.
Speeder.
Didn't want to spoil the game for anybody.
Or become an unstoppable thief. Finding an expert is always an adventure in a galaxy full of opportunities.
We should get moving.
And of course, a Rancor. Even that just barely scratched the surface of what this game really is, because at the end you see all the Imperial bases and stuff that you can go on. It looks incredible. Honestly, I can't wait for this game. Even if you're not a gamer, I'll of course be playing through it on live streams on the channel like we did with Jedi Survivor. It's going to be so fun. I cannot wait. You're going to live in Star Wars. It's an open world Star Wars game where you can do whatever you want. It's awesome. I cannot wait for this game. I absolutely cannot wait. But tell me in the chat, what do we think? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for this game? On a scale of 1 to 10. After watching that, I'm pretty much at a 10 out of 10. Honestly, Star Wars video games are cool. Love Battlefront games because it's a multiplayer game, and I really want them to make a multiplayer game where we can play Star Wars with our friends, or with the community, I should say. And I want Battlefront 3 desperately, but this is another solo game, of course, just like the Jedi games are. But this looks awesome. This looks awesome. Kajimi? Yeah, Kajimi looks like it's in it too. From what we see. Is Kajimi a real place in the Star Wars universe? Yeah, it's in Rise of Skywalker. Couldn't care less about this game, dang. This game looks grand. Indeed it does. Nice. I'm definitely going to get this game. Me too. Watch the lore breakdown they posted. It shows all the Easter eggs in the gameplay. Well, I don't want to see all the Easter eggs. I want to find them myself. Star Wars Santa says, just catching up. Had to step away for a few minutes. It's been, I've been on Theory's show twice. He's a decent guy. Yeah, no, I think Theory himself, personally, is probably a great dude. Yeah, I don't know. Never really talked to him, though, so I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. But yes, you can call your speeder to you, for sure. Which is cool. Didn't like the fact that you got to play as a girl, but oh well. But I mean, who cares? You have to play as a guy in Jedi Survivor. That doesn't really make sense. What edition are you going to get? I'm probably just going to get the base game because, yeah, you get a scanner too or whatever it comes with the upgraded version, but it's so expensive, you know? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. This game is not what I thought, but it seems fun. Nice. I played Foreigner of Pandora. Oh, the Avatar game? In anticipation for Outlaws, and I enjoyed it. It's got some similarities. I'm stoked for this. That's awesome. I have not played the Pandora game, but it looks cool. Looks cool. Give me a pod racing game first. You might be able to pod race in this game. Don't quote me on that, but you might be able to. You're on Tatooine, where the pod racing is. You might be able to pod race. Super expensive, bro. I think it's a 3-day early access thing. I don't care if I get it 3 days early. Just give it to me on time. And yeah, it's too expensive. It's dumb. That's dumb to me. Okay, let's end our stream here today with talking about our final predictions for this third episode of The Acolyte. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Speak now or forever hold your peace. If you want, drop your craziest and final predictions for this Acolyte show before we get on out of here. This is it. This is your chance. This is it. By the way, this poll I just ended. Who do you think the Sith Lord is around during the Acolyte show? 52% of you say Plagueis to 47. The math is not mathing. 47%, or sorry, Tenebris. 47% say Plagueis. That's almost 50-50. Almost 50-50. Right down the middle. That's crazy. You'll sell me if that is in the game. Oh, if pod races are? Cool. Okay, cool. Indara is alive. That would be insane. Everybody dies. Okay, that's crazy. Rating predictions for episode 3? I'm hoping it's a 9 out of 10, but we'll see. We'll see. Is the next episode tomorrow? It's tonight. It's in 5 hours. I mean, maybe that's tomorrow for some of you, but it's tonight for me. 5 hours. Mother Anisea is the masked Sith Lord? That would be insane. Cole says, give me the Hellraiser game with Star Wars mods. Just add Jedi. My God. Get to work, LucasArts. Hellraiser game? Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's not called Hellraiser. What's it called? The Helldivers. Helldivers game? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that looks very, very cool. You think there will be more planets than just the 5 that got confirmed? I mean, if there's not, 5 open world planets is insane. An entire open world planet is a lot. Even just 1 and 5 of them is crazy. And space. You have to add on space to that too. So it's a lot, but maybe there'll be more than 5. Prediction. Kelnacca gets killed in flashbacks to Brendock. I definitely think we're getting flashbacks tonight. And Kelnacca, I think, will die, obviously, but I don't know if it'll be tonight or next week. But we'll see. I think the new Sith character. I think the Sith character is probably the apprentice. I agree. I think he's apprentice too, not the master. Watching from South Africa, bro. That's sick. Where's everybody at? Watching from Scotland. Where you got? Hang on, everybody in the chat. Where are we at? Where are we from? Where are we from? South Africa, Scotland. That's all over the map here. I'm in the U.S. of A. Canada, New Mexico. Don't say LOL. New Mexico's cool. LA? That's cool. I was just in LA a couple months ago, actually. Question. The showrunner wants to do the Old Republic show. Thoughts on this? I think she probably just said that more so as like I want to do the Old Republic. I don't think she's actually like going to do it, but we'll see. I'd be down for it. Hillbilly Bama. Alabama, nice. England, cool. Another England, cool. Texas, nice. Is the Sith Chimere or nah? I'm going to say nah for now, but I would not be surprised if it was him. Yeah. Yeah. Gambia, West Africa, that's cool. Oklahoma, awesome. Jeez, we are all over the map on this chat, huh? All over the map. That's crazy. Massachusetts, the Bay Area, that's cool. Also in Massachusetts. Have you ever been to Navarro Reserve in New Mexico? Navarro? No, I've never been to New Mexico. Sounds cool, though. Germany, nice. Kelnacca survived Season 1. That would be insane, August. But we'll see. In Legends, Tenebrous has 2 apprentices. Imagine the masked Sith dies and then we get to see Plagueis. I think that's most likely what's going to happen. The apprentice is probably going to die and then the next apprentice comes along. Palpatine had multiple apprentices, too, in the prequel trilogy. Oklahoma is terrible. It's 90 degrees with 2-mile-per-hour winds. That sounds rough. 90 degrees is hot as something really hot. Would Yoda show up in the Acolyte? I think Yoda will show up at some point in the season, probably towards the back half and probably just in a very short appearance. But how can you do an Acolyte show in this time period without Yoda? Especially when you're focusing this much on the Jedi? Yeah. You stream only on YouTube or do you have Twitch too? Right now it's only on YouTube. I've been trying to figure out maybe if we do some multicasting stuff to Twitch and Twitter and all that other stuff. But as of right now, it's just YouTube for now. Mississippi, nice. Hope we see Plo Koon. Me too. Daft Punk featuring Smilo Ren. That's awesome. I used to live in Arizona, 120 degree weather. That's just melt at that point. Came across your channel tonight. I think you're super cool and definitely subscribing. I appreciate that quite a bit. I think that is the perfect way to end this stream. I appreciate it. I appreciate it quite a bit. I just watched the trailer again. Kelnacca has a green lightsaber. And in one scene, it looks like Jeki uses the same lightsaber against Smilo Ren. Yeah, that's sort of the video I talked about. The video I made. True. Plagueis, I guess we're not ending the stream on that because we got more chats. Sorry. Plagueis actually defeats and imprisons Darth Tenebrous, Tenebrous' other apprentice, and keeps him in a castle while he's experimenting on him. Again, Legends. Yoda would be the Grand Master at the time of the show, right? I think he becomes the Grand Master around this time. So it'll be at some point during this time. You're going to Disneyland tomorrow? That's awesome. Take pictures. If you guys are not in the Discord yet, there's a link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. There's a ton of awesome people in there. We talk all the time. We talk Star Wars all the time. So go join that Discord if you're not in it yet. And Galaxy Love, if you're not in there, or if you are in there, send those pictures of you going to Disneyland in Galaxy's Edge there. Cole says, they said no Yoda at all. Maybe they were just lying. I hope to prevent spoilers. Yeah, I think they were just lying to prevent spoilers. They wouldn't come out and tell us if Yoda was in the show. That would just ruin the whole thing. Look forward to episode 3 after work tomorrow. We'll be trying to finish it early. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer if you have something in the morning and you can't really watch it until later in the day. Trying to avoid spoilers is really tough. Yeah. But yeah, definitely go join that Discord in the description below if you're not in there yet. Get on that. It's 2 a.m. when I land here. For Darth's sleepy face, I shall be. Darth's sleepy face. Nice. If you look closely in the trailer, you will see that the Sith has tattoos on his arm. Really? I did not see that. I want to see Darth Revan in live action. You and me both. You and me both. All right, I am going to get on out of here. I appreciate all of you more than you will ever know. Huge shout-outs to Sonny for the very generous $5 holla, David for the very generous $7 holla, and Star Wars Jedi Chat Podcast for the very generous $2 holla. I appreciate it quite a bit. Again, the best way to support the channel is Super Chats. Watching, obviously, just you guys watching is great. And becoming a member. Becoming a member is the best way to support the channel, as it is awesome. Go join the Discord in the description below if you are not yet. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video in my pretty face. I'll show up the recommended feed of yours. Wow. This was a stream that will be remembered forever. This was a great stream. We hit almost 90 viewers at the same time. That's the most since the Bad Batch, which was absolutely insane. So that's good news. When the Acolyte's good, that's good news. So I'm hoping for another great episode tonight. My final predictions are flashbacks up the wazoo. We're finally going to figure out what happened on Brendock. And maybe, just maybe, Kelnacca is going to die. But we'll see. And with that being said, may the Force be with you. Always. Oh yeah, what a great stream. What a great show. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate every last one of you more than you will ever know. Wow, this was one for the record books, I guess. Watch out for a live stream in about 5 hours. Something like that. What is it? 4.5 hours. At 8:45, we'll be going live for the watch party. Watch party at 8:45. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your lives, and good night, everybody.